We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from radiation therapy, it is the prototype C. And we've got just a couple different things here. They're calling it highly reactive. I don't know why. This is batch 3, I guess. So when I saw the radiation therapy name, I thought, oh, that is a fun name for a sauce company, if a bit silly. So that was what made my interest perk up a little bit about this company. But this is the only sauce I could find that did not have just straightforward onions. This one is listing as granulated onion, which is essentially onion powder, and onion powder can go either way with me. So this one I've tinkered around with a little bit. It reminds me somewhat of the Born to Hula Ghost of Ancho, which is a sauce that won my Sauce of the Year award on the blog some time ago. But let's take a look at what we have here. The lead ingredient is oranges, which I'm not sure I believe. Cider vinegar, honey, garlic, ancho chilies, morita chilies, salt, guajillo chilies, granulated onion, granulated garlic, cocoa powder, cayenne pepper, black pepper, and cumin. So to me, this is a very southwestern sort of pointed Mexican-y style sauce. And that chipotle is super, super nice in this sauce. Did I find that here in the ingredients? I don't believe I read off chipotle. Where the hell is it? Okay, so it definitely is there. Because you can smell this. It smells quite smoky. So I don't know about this label. I don't find the word chipotle anywhere on this. And I don't think this order is correct either. So yeah, really, really bizarre. Fort Mill, of course, famously home base for Smokin' Ed Curry and Pucker Butt Farms. I don't know if that's related to this sauce at all, but see, it's a very deep, rich, vibrant red, very gorgeous sauce. Like it is really lovely looking. There's not a lot of chunks in it. You can see there's none are really showing up here, but even in the bottle itself, there's just not a lot of chunks. This label is I don't think the ingredients are right. I'm just going to throw that out there. But I do like this label gap because it helps you see what the level is. And smart stuff. The little things, like the devil's in the details, right? So, if you're any aspiring sauce makers out there, or even current ones, take a note. Take a note of good ideas. But anyway, let's get on into this, shall we? Lots of really nice chile flavor, a little bit of cocoa powder in there, slight chocolatey bit. If there are oranges in here, they're pretty well shut down. This is very much for me, it's a nice, I guess, more Chipotle forward, even though it's not in the ingredients. Chipotle forward Mexican style sauce. It's interesting. Garlic appears a couple times in there. Garlic definitely is pretty forward in the profile. So I don't like this on other stuff. To me, this is just pretty much a straightforward Mexican style sauce, even, you know, the other weirdness aside. So I went down to the local taqueria and show you what we got here. So this is the asada taco. We've got a carnitas, and we've got a shrimp right there. And I also got, for good measure, some rice. Whoa, 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 easy. And I might need to stir these up. These are a little loose. Some rice, and these are just beans. So let's start actually with the beans. And we'll just whip through this and see how it goes. That's pretty good. Adds a nice bit of smokiness. No, not bad. Let's try it with some rice. Pretty much any place I really use this after initially opening it. This rice isn't great. It's okay here. This rice is not that wonderful though. Part of the problem. Okay. So we got extra limes. I might try those on the shrimps. Definitely not on the asada. So the asada is where we're going to start.
Yeah.
Really good. Really, really good.
Man.
Definitely that's the best setting I've had this in so far. Is that with the asada, man, that's spectacular. The old taqueria. Good stuff. Loaded with meat. They're kind of expensive tacos. Like, it was about $20 for these 3 tacos, plus the beans and rice.
Man.
Yeah, that's excellent. They do just a really great job at this place. Now we'll move on to the carnitas.
And radish. Man.
So it's not quite as good there. The carne asada is a much better foil for this sauce. Interestingly enough, this, despite the chipotle and some of the other stronger flavors in here, this sauce can get overpowered somewhat readily. But you don't have to be afraid of using it. It is super mild. Carnitas is juicier than I thought. Again, quite good though. Not as good as the asada for sure. So far, the beans and the asada have been pretty much the runaway winners here. But okay, that leaves us with the shrimps. I don't think I've had a shrimp. Maybe I have. I can't remember. I don't think I've had a shrimp taco from there though. A lot of the times Chipotle sauces will be super, super heavy. They'll just feel heavy on the tongue. This one is actually pretty light. Radish for luck. The sauce is good on radishes as well. That's a super close runner-up to the asada. Better than the beans, to be sure. I'm gonna try a little bit of lime on here. Just one bite. Just for kicks. I'm not a big lime lover, but that works pretty well there. I think this would be pretty dynamo on fish tacos rather as well. I did try it on a chicken something or other from Taco Bell. I didn't like that particularly. It could potentially work on chicken, I think. Let's clear some of this up. Yeah, that's excellent. All right, let's throw the beans in here. Throw the rice. Let's actually throw some of this on there. We'll throw the rice on there. Cool. All right. Much, much better. I keep forgetting that I don't like the rice there. All right, let's have just a tad more on here. It's a very smooth sauce as well. There's not really any chunks in here. I think a very solidly an okay sauce. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid. It's not, honestly, it doesn't like super dazzle me, but I do like the outcome here. I would have liked, though, I think, maybe a bit more chipotle. And maybe some, flame roasted habaneros while we're at it. Like I said, there's no real heat to speak of here. Which I guess kind of raises the question of, is something a hot sauce if it's not hot? Anyway, I'll definitely keep my eyes on these guys. See if they come up with something else that comes through super well. So they call this a staple hot sauce, which I'm going to assume they mean like a table sauce, like a everyday type sauce. I don't see this as that at all. I did try it in a couple of other foods, and it just immediately struck me that that was not the right application, and what I just had was. It is super, super nice on Mexican Southwest style food for the most part. I didn't love it on the carnitas. That's where I think the lack of chipotle kind of worked against it just a touch. But I think overall it's pretty solid in that setting. Like, it was fantastic on the asada, really, really good on the beans, really, really good on the shrimp. On the carnitas, it was just okay, and the rice is. Oh, someday I'll remember that I don't like the rice particularly there, and I'll quit getting it. But with the beans and the sauce, it was pretty solid. It doesn't have the depth of flavor, I guess, that I would expect, but you can use quite a bit of it and step on it a little bit more if you want. Like I said, there's hardly any heat to it at all, so. I think it's a really good effort. I mean, it's solid, it's smooth, super well blended, which is kind of what you want, for me anyway, in a Mexican style sauce. So, yeah, I wasn't sure where this one was going to fall, and I actually had it. So I have my upcoming sauces sort of categorized by type. I'll have a bunch of sweet hots, and I'll have a bunch of Louisiana style, and I'll have a bunch of super hots. And then stuff, just strictly for the hot ones, and so on and so forth. And this was in the sweet hots when I opened it, and it was just immediately apparent to me. Also, that label, I think they need to get that figured out, because I don't think that label of ingredients is correct at all. So that'd be something I think that might also need to be addressed. But I mean, newer companies, that it's part of the gig, I guess. So. But yeah, pretty solid start overall. And we'll just leave it there. So that was the Radiation Therapy Prototype C hot sauce. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.